What up, guys? I'm doing pretty good, and I just need to get my light out here so you can see me once again. And yeah, look at this, how cool these snakes are.
The spider, which is going to be relatively similar to the pinstripe. The spiders and pinstripes kind of are the same in the fact that they're both, a dominant type animal, and they both reduce pattern. But this again is a super enchy spider, and then we actually combine the two together, and we produce a super enchy spinner ball python, which is even less pattern to it. Again, this is a spider, a pinstripe, and a super enchy, so that's pretty awesome for sure. And let's see what we have.
Vive un verano refrescante mientras tachas todo de tu bucket list.
Enchy, so that's pretty awesome for sure. And let's see what we have here. This is actually one of those orange dream animals. Just to give you an idea of what I meant by orange dream, this is actually a pastel orange dream, so it's just a double co-dominant animal. But again, look how clean the sides are on this and how bright it is for a pastel. That's what orange dream does. And the thing that's neat about orange dreams is that a lot of ball pythons are really pretty as babies, and then they kind of fade out as they get bigger. The orange dream actually gets more colorful as it gets older and cleaner. So the orange dreams are absolutely wonderful for a mutation. This is a really beautiful snake here. This is actually a fire killer bee. The killer bee is a super pastel spider, and the fire, of course, is a co-dominant gene that makes the black-eyed Lucy's, which I'm about to show you right now. But I cannot believe how feisty this guy is. And again, the super pastel and the spider making the killer bee is already a really gorgeous snake. But then you add that fire gene, and it just really gets it beautiful and clean and vibrant. And holy cow, is this thing fired up. All it wants a piece of me for sure. So I'll go ahead and put that back. And this is actually the black-eyed Lucy from the fire to a fire. So again, this isn't cutting edge per se, because there's been black-eyed Lucy's being produced for probably 8 or 10 years or so, but still they're super, super nice. I mean, and the thing that's neat about these compared to, say, the blue-eyed Lucy's is the fact that a lot of times they do have these paradoxing blotches, so they have this yellow breakthrough, which I think gives them a little bit of character, to be honest with you. But of course they have those black eyes and the red pupils that make them really, really gorgeous. So moving on to this is actually a pastel banana kingpin. So again, it has a bunch of genes. It has pastel, it has banana, it has lesser, and it has pinstripe. And it makes for a really pretty snake. Now, unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of the lesser banana stuff. I think they're really beautiful, and they make it really soft looking, which is something I like. But again, because it's kind of a lighter animal, you don't have those rich purples that come through that I personally like a lot. Nevertheless, this is really a beautiful snake. And speaking of a beautiful snake, you aren't going to get much better than highway ball pythons. This is a highway ball python right here. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, this is much like the crystal that we talked about earlier. This is an allelic animal, and it's in that same complex is super stripe, pumas, and of course highways. And what this is a gravel to a yellow belly. So again, you can't produce highways from breeding gravels or yellow bellies separately, but when you put them together, on average 1 in 4 babies is going to come out as a highway. And man, they are just absolutely gorgeous. And to take it one step further and even more gorgeous, take a look at that one right there. That thing is stunning. And that is a pastel highway. So the exact same animal as the highway, just with that co-dominant pastel gene added to it. So what we have here is a cinnapin banana. Now I told you guys that I really love the cinnamon and the banana. Well, this is a cinnamon and banana, but it's added a pinstripe to it. So essentially you have 3 different mutations that make one badass snake. And I absolutely love the way this pattern comes out. And they just get cooler as they get bigger too. So it's really cool. Now moving on to a single gene recessive that's been around for quite a while. But believe it or not, the genetic stripes, which is a recessive mutation, when they first were out out with $35,000 a piece. That's right, the first one I bought from Jeremy Stone was $35,000. Nowadays, they're about 300 bucks, so there's a big, big difference. And of course, all these snakes are fired up today, a lot of times because I think I talk with my hands for some reason. But the reason I'm showing you the genetic stripe, which is obviously a genetic striped ball python that's basically patterned a little other than that, is I want to show you some progression here. This is actually a gorgeous snake, and this is a banana genetic stripe. So basically what you have to do is breed a genetic stripe to a banana, produce bananas that are het for genetic stripes, and then breed them back in order to get banana genetic stripes.
Guys,
so it
I
takes
forgot
some
to tell
time.
you.
This is a minimum 3 to 5 year project just to get this animal, which is really cool. Now, I want to show you the next progression, which of course is what they call
doing a video for you
which is
guys.
a
I'm not making a
spider
video, but
genetic
a
stripe,
different
which you
guy
have to
is
produce
making
the exact same way
video.
as
I'm
you
gonna do it every
the
week,
banana genetic stripe. You have to take a spider to a
every
genetic stripe.
every
Get
Monday and
spiders,
Tuesday,
stripe,
and then
breed
the
them back
rest of the
and
week
get
will
motley
be
bees.
my
And then
vlogs,
we'll take it to the
and then
next
it'll be
level here
his,
too and produce
I'll pick different YouTubers,
banana
but
motley bees, and that is
today's
really
this guy.
beautiful. So what you have is a banana, a genetic stripe, and a spider. So that's a 3-gene animal, 2 of them being either dominant or co-dominant, and 1 of them being a recessive trait, which is really difficult to get, but that is a stunner. This is just such a soft and light looking animal here. This is actually a banana sterling. And you might notice we've done a lot of banana stuff. And the reason for that is they're just really beautiful. But the banana sterling is actually a banana super pastel cinnamon ball python. And again, the cinnamon ball python is really beautiful with banana, but unfortunately when you get it into super pastel, it kind of fades all that away because the super pastel takes away most of the black, making it a really beautiful yellow snake. But then you put it into banana, and I really like it because it really fades it out, but it doesn't have that really rich purple that I love with the cinnamons. Nevertheless, a beautiful, beautiful snake. Let's see what we got here. We've got, oh, this is just a really nice kind of washed out. Again, nothing too cutting edge, but still really cool. This is a super pastel champagne, much like the super pastel sterling I just showed you. This is a double pastel, which is a super version, and again, it's a champagne